There's been a lot of talk lately about PlayStation needing a mid-generation refresh. The fact is, the PlayStation 5 is about to turn 3 years old, and 3 years into the PlayStation 4 is when Sony revealed the PlayStation 4 Pro. However, I don't want a PlayStation 5 Pro. What I do want is this.
Are you listening?
Hey, welcome back, friends. Today's show, we're talking about PlayStation. And as we mentioned, the company is about to enter year 3 of the PlayStation 5's life cycle, and it's raising a lot of questions among players, as typically a good portion of the PlayStation player base waits until the mid-generation refresh to upgrade from older generations, as 1, it usually offers better and more modified hardware, and 2, there's usually an established library of available games for the console by that time. However, this PlayStation 5 generation in many ways is unlike anything we've seen before. We are 3 years in, and for the majority of the market, the PlayStation 5 is just now becoming available, as due to a global chip shortage and resellers buying up all the inventory, it's made it very difficult to come by a PlayStation 5. And when you look at the PlayStation 5 from a tech perspective, I mean, outside of RAM upgrades and maybe doing like liquid cooling, I genuinely don't know how you could build a better console. Like, we really aren't hearing about new advancements in technologies or developers running into performance issues that would require a mid-generation refresh. Like, maybe in 2 to 3 years we'll see something like that happen, but right now, Sony is in a great position, which is why I don't think Sony should release a PlayStation 5 Pro or a PlayStation 5 Slim. Instead, why not have the company focus on portability? With the rise in popularity in devices like the Logitech G Cloud or the Steam Deck, it would make total sense for PlayStation to announce the PlayStation Portable 2 and having it have the equivalent power of a PlayStation 5. And historically speaking, Sony has plenty of experience in portable devices to make this happen. The original PlayStation Portable saw over 80 million units sold worldwide, and the PlayStation Vita sold just over 16 million units. And while I totally understand the argument that
oh, mobile gaming is so much better today than it was then, and cloud gaming is gonna make it so we don't need devices like this.
But as big of a fan of cloud gaming as I am, I will be the first to admit that we are pretty far off from my phone being able to have the same power as a PlayStation 5. I mean, imagine being able to suspend your gameplay on the PlayStation 5 and immediately transfer it to your PlayStation Portable, a device where you could play games like God of War Ragnarok, Marvel's Spider-Man, or even The Last of Us Part 2 on the go. I mean, personally, I am midway through Hogwarts Legacy on the PlayStation 5, and I would love to be able to take that game on the go. And if anything, the PlayStation Portable 2 would also allow Sony to join Valve in being legit competitors against Nintendo's unmatched Switch market, which realistically has been unmatched for the last 6 years, where Nintendo has sold over 122 million units. So Sony, if you are watching this, please skip the mid-generation refresh, announce the PlayStation Portable 2, and I will gladly sign up for pre-orders on day 1.